are we doing? Let's go. Monday market open. How are we doing? Flo, how are we doing? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Already missed you? Yeah. Fortunately, we had no stream on Friday. I was quite busy. That's why. But I hope you had a blast. However, it was interesting to see the SpaceX IPO. Interesting stuff. We're gonna walk through all of that in a minute. Let's just summarize everything that happened. So just from looking at the charts, you can see that, well, Friday market open had like some volatility spikes. It even took out this high and this one, I guess. Yeah, exactly. This was being taken out. I did not short that because, yeah, once again, you had bullish structure. And, well, from what I was seeing on market stuff, it wasn't really favoring a short because you have money flow in the green. I opened the long on this trigger wave and on this VWAP with green money flow and RSIs that were apart. So yeah, I took a long here and basically just held it during the whole weekend. I got stopped out break even on this little drop and finally re-entered right before the peace agreement was announced. So on this one I had a pretty decent risk reward and I closed it after this candle. So yeah, this was the trade yesterday, and beforehand I opened a long. Where was the entry? Let me check. Was here at 657. I actually had the stop loss down here because this is a single print and you don't want to get stopped out at the single print, so that's why my stop loss was behind that. And yeah, I closed it here. Not too good of a risk reward, to be honest, but I'm seeing many longs entering. I mean, yeah, there are many shorts to be grabbed, but especially with market open, I could see that this just retraces a little bit and then goes again. And the plan was always to be, I mean, I didn't really talk about my plans on Friday because we didn't stream, but you have the point of control here. I mean, right now the question is if this is being respected within the value area again. So if it does something like this and it holds here, you might have the chance to rotate all the way back up, even though I would find that quite unlikely, but that's just me. From an order flow perspective, in my opinion, you didn't really have too much going on. I mean, just longs opened on Bybit. Binance didn't really long here during Saturday. They just kept shorting, which was quite odd. And I was wondering why they would do that, but maybe they know something we don't. Or maybe those are just hedge positions, we don't know. And in the great scheme, or in the bigger picture, you still have many shorts to be closed. Same is on Bybit. So from what I'm seeing, I could argue that there's a good chance it just keeps on pushing and have this little micro adjustments to the downside where it just closes all the longs, or it just keeps on doing this, traps a bunch of longs, then pumps, and then it just dumps hard again. I mean, in my opinion, but this is just my personal opinion, I don't believe that This is the bear market bottom. I think we're gonna revisit that, but we will see. That's just my opinion. Yeah, daily had quite a nice recovery from a momentum perspective, even though the money flow went red. This is another thing why as of right now, I don't really think that this is like the real move. It's just shorts closing, and yeah, money flow is still red on the higher time frames. You have 12-hour, the first reversal signs are starting to kick in, so the little blue triangles above. We looked at that on, I think, Thursday's stream, if I'm not mistaken. So also here, nice recovery. Money flow is curving up again. 8-hour has kind of an overbought momentum wave, even though there's just, there's space to the upside, no doubt. And yeah, on all those time frames, starting on the 4-hour, you have like really, really thick green money flow. So that's why I was saying I was not looking to short anything. And this just goes on and on until the lower time frames. 30-minute as well. Look at that over the weekend. Look at this money flow during the weekend. This is pretty insane. But yeah, let's just wait for markets to settle, for everyone to settle, and there will be some volatility, I guess. For now, there are no limits supporting the price, but no real limits above. Those aren't too big, honestly. And let's take a quick look at SpaceX. I think this is very interesting. And it's also crazy. I saw the pre-market move. The pre-market just had this gap. I think this is like a 10% gap. So I tweeted on Friday to be aware about SpaceX and not just FOMO in because everyone says it's a great investment. I have no doubt that it's an interesting investment, but I would be very careful with those stocks, and especially with the hype that has been and the attention that has been drawn to the stock. We're gonna watch it, we're gonna look at it on stream, and we're gonna maybe even dive into the returns because, as we mentioned, we are crypto invested and we don't really do a lot of TradFi and stock stuff. So it's also interesting for me to look into those kind of things to maybe get a better understanding. But I'm just here to analyze this and to understand how it's moving, but I'm not here to just blindly buy anything. And I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. For me, CME is interesting, especially for those high and low formations. The reason why I believe that this is not the local bottom for this bear market is this low, because this is really unusual to see on especially CME. So that means in 15 days, up to 20% of the stock, of the employee stock, can be sold. First thing. Second thing, if Class A shares trade at least 30% above the IPO price for 5 out of 10 trading days during this initial period, employees can sell another 10%. However, this would mean the initial price was 150. So you need 180? No, 195. 195. And it needs to trade within this range for 5 days straight. Or not straight, but within a 10 period time, you need to trade it above 195. So then it's 30% that can be sold. I would say that we will see each other tomorrow. Probably longer stream tomorrow. So today short stream because I have to head out and we have meetings later. But tomorrow long stream or longer stream. And for now, I wish everyone a nice afternoon. Make sure to watch the World Cup matches. And yeah, we will see each other soon. Thanks a lot for joining in and peace.